What's going down, YouTube? And I'm back again with M7 News, and today we're going to be covering Marvel's Spider-Man's PS4 from Insomniac Games. Now, this one was kind of really cool to cover because it was very ambiguous. As you go into the check of the history, which this should have dropped pretty much within the last 12 hours to literally the last few hours. Now, I recently got it, but I probably got it incognitally and just kind of noticed it as I logged on, and pretty much about like 4 hours ago. So it's supposed to do some pretty cool stuff, but let's look at the history real fast. And you can kind of see before they detail a lot of stuff that the beta points was, because it launched with 1.04, which was beautiful. This game, you didn't have a lot to complain about. Let's be real here. This was the game that we were waiting for. It was very completed. But let's go to the patch notes. Everyone's kind of wondering, what is the patch notes? So, I come very quick with the point of going to Insomniac Games, because I figured if they're going to have anything, it would be here. Besides GameStop's Man Crush and the awesome looking case for the already amazing looking Spider-Man PS4 Collector's Edition, there's not much you can find on there. For me, I was kind of hoping that we'd be able to find a little bit more of a sink your teeth into moment, but nothing really there. Now, the next one that I came to was Reddit. Reddit and the Marvel's Amazing Spider-Man really did come through and yield some really cool results. So now, if you really go down to the point of where they were saying, hey, did anyone see this? Then there's like the, hey, this is the bug size. And then you always have people debating on like what size they get. And I think it fluctuates depending on what system you have and what you're rocking as they send it out. Because I'm sure that like not every single update is exactly completely like megabyte by megabyte sometimes, but it should be roughly within a ballpark. So it's like, it's really interesting when I read these in like forum points where I'm just like, wait, what's going on? Fun part is, on a cliff note, they did definitely confirm a new game plus, which was really great. So besides the ambiguity of the very first point where it says it hopes to fix the cutscenes and people were really getting down to the point of what does this do, and it didn't include a new game plus, we go to the next portion as I slide over here. Now this one gave us a little bit more better of a situation, and this is something I encumbered. A lot of people were asking in the live streams that I had, which was like, why can't I unlock my pre-unlockables? Now, I downloaded mine directly from the PSN, so I got my stuff early locked, and I should have had, that punk rock awesome suit, and, like everything else that we kind of like pre-ordered it for, and, lo and behold, I thought it was triggered through missions that you had to unlock. Well, it was a bug. From a lot of people said that they couldn't get access to it. They did, and I did get access to it yesterday, but I was still rocking the 1.04. But I did see certain people got the unlock, so maybe it was just the sync on their side, syncing over, and it finally unlocking. Could be a lot of things, is like both sides of the system and their side of the system sync together in the PSN awesomeness of patch notes. But as you can kind of see, a lot of people were very happy that it's basically going to fix that situation. Now, if you have a suit dilemma, if it's a suit conundrum, leave a comment. I'd like to know. Or if you're experiencing something that I don't list inside of this, leave a comment. I would definitely like to know. The best news is factual, in real life comments. Those are where you gather in your most valuable points of news sources. So if you have some info, help your boy Mac out. Give me some info so I can basically give the news to the people of what is current in the situation. I love chat boards when they light up, so kudos in the near future if you do contribute to the M7 chat board. So let's go ahead and slide over, and you can kind of see right here. Now this one I encumbered myself. This was a glitch that I had that I was like really understanding that like, hey, you know what? I don't know what's going down. I had to restart it in a stream when I got the a spidey sense to know that it was a bug instantaneously, where the camera mode, I was swinging around and taking pictures and taking out some of like villains that are basically trying to steal a car, and all of a sudden I was like, hey, pop open the photo mode, and then I tried to close it and it didn't work. I literally had to restart it from the checkpoint. Now luckily I did save it and it didn't make any kind of mistake while coming back into it, so it was just a loading bug, which was not too bad. And besides that situation, that was hopefully fixed and directly inside this situation or past this. If you do get this, leave a comment. I would definitely love to know that. It definitely cleared up for me. I only had that once and it was never again. The one that I did encumber, which is the thumbnail on top of this, which is the CE code, that it just happened twice. Once during a load in, and I tried to like toggle between my my stream as I was uploading directly from like my PlayStation, and then it crashed. So it kind of made sense to me a little bit. I was like, oh, okay, I'm just kind of tripping out the system. The OS just wants to be directly in, you know, Marvel Spider-Man, and I was like, okay, kind of makes sense, right? Well, maybe not. I don't know. Like maybe there was more than meets the eye with that situation, but moving on past that, they've kind of patched some situations. Now, one of the cool things that I came into play that Gamer Revolutions actually gave a really good thick as thieves information for you, what you can get for your bang for buck. So I kind of recommend these, like, folks, like if you're ever trying to like just read something on the cash, you know, on the go on your phone type situation. I do find Gamer Revolutions does kind of pull through, giving some factual points, and they did their homework on this one really well, because they did exactly what I did. Is you go to freaking Reddit, you find all the glitches, which I'm about to pull up right after this, which we will go to the bug list, which I already found that they already like nudged towards, and they basically talk about how the new equipment might go into, and I heard about that. So if you go into the 1.5, you might see it says new equipment. You didn't get new gadgets. This is just it refreshing the memory point, so you can actually get what you want that you pre-ordered, so it helps unlock that for most people that were experiencing that. The Spider-Man 1.5 update is a proposal Easter egg gone. And no, while Spider-Man's proposal Easter egg has drawn a widespread attention, you can still find the interaction in the financial district. So you got to search a little bit. It's not completely gone. But this did fix a little bit more of the stability points from what I've read too on other like platforms. But let's go ahead and look at what the long list of what they basically have given down. Now, really quickly, let me go ahead and show something that I wanted to. This was, if you want the Easter egg point of what was on that financial district, this is what the proposal was. And it goes down to like the fans of what they wrote down and what they were able to find. This was really freaking kind of cool if you really think about it, for a nice little like nerdy proposal. I mean, that's pretty good right there. I'm not gonna lie. That's cream of the crop right there for a nerd. That guy gets super props from me. Digital bones, brother. Anyway, so going back to the bug list, which I found. You see like the situations that you can get down to the point where there's tokens involved where people aren't getting to, where there wasn't activating where certain types of crimes where they were getting down to the point of the armor robberies. The list is so decadent, and I'm going to slowly scroll over it so people can kind of look into it, because it's like, if you have this common interest of this bug and it's still active, I want to know about it, because this thing is really long, but there's a lot of like tedious points that a lot of people are starting to experience here and there. So it's like, what is the factual points after 1.05? What are we experiencing as a community, folks? Let me know. I want to know. People want to know. Let's comment together and figure this out. Like, what does Insomniac need to do to finally polish off this really nice paint job of an amazing game? Because Spider-Man's already great as is. And I definitely do agree at the very end of the Gaming Revolutions where they're just like, yeah, you know, there's not much to actually kind of commentary on top of this besides the 170 megabyte or 179, which they got. So as I kind of come down to the very end, you see like it goes for a while, and it's a lot of comments, obviously, people talking, and then obviously it breaks into a situation. So I'm going to pick up pace a little bit because I want to try to keep this a little bit into like about 10 minutes and try to bring down some other facts as well. And you can already, if you can see the link above, you can go to this direct portion of Reddit. I suggest it. Reddit is probably one of the best sources that you can get into a situation. Now, the cutscenes are probably the best. I personally, me as a streamer, if you're streaming at day one and you have problems with the cutscenes, it's kind of bad because you want to give that to your community. You kind of feel like, for me, I want to give the best quality I possibly can. That's why I stream in 4K and like on the occasion in HDR. So like as I come down, I'm gonna go ahead and speed run this a little bit, and we're gonna put our velocity suit on as I go ahead. Now you can pause where you want to and definitely see a little bit, or again go back to that page. So that's probably where I'm going to kind of go down. It goes down for days, and you can see the bug list is big. So let me know. Let your boy Mac know. So going on to here, where you can kind of see the confirmation of the PSU, this one gives you down to the same exact situation. It's the available point, the very big confirmation. The reason why I pulled this up was because they confirmed New Game Plus. If you're excited about New Game Plus, get super excited because it's coming, but give it time. Just the God of War status, you know what I mean? Just let them do their thing. Let them do them. Like, I'm not gonna be bothered by waiting by something that we get as a community that is so good that we already got past this. Now, personally, me, I'm gonna be shifting gears like later on tonight to try to beat this and then go into Shadows of the Tomb Raider, which I'm super excited about that I have early access to. So if you're new to the channel and you want to subscribe and watch some Tomb Raider, you can definitely follow through with that, and it's absolutely free, and hit the notification bell so you know when I go in IRL digital form. But let's go ahead and continue. We're here for the patch notes. Now this one I kind of like, I don't know, like Update Crazy is kind of like the fastest one to get out there, but they're never really, I feel like they just put it out there to kind of get the view count a little bit sometimes, but they do hit like it's like that rock hitting across water, where it's like, yeah, you kind of do have some cool stuff some points, but I don't know. I kind of felt like they didn't really like give too much past what I already kind of knew, like which I experienced, and I'm sure a lot of other people experienced while like playing and going inside the situation of where we are in this game. So it's like, I do believe and I do declare that like this situation on what we will be finding inside of like the God of War versus what we can find into a situation of Spider-Man, I think we're not going to see a lot of rapid like this is not like a No Man's Sky patch job. This is like more of a situation where we're getting like a very already polished game, because Insomniac is an insane gaming company that follows through really well. So let's go ahead and go back. Now we're going down to our very last nitty-gritty portions of where we come down to it. Now one of the things that I wanted to point out, and if you do happen to have a link to this, drop it down below, because I kind of wanted to figure out what exactly this meant by. But apparently there's a glitch that they did not fix. Apparently a lot of people were kind of wondering, like, it's always about farming. Did they fix the farming? You know, and then that's true though. I mean, because like a lot of people want to power game through this and like, you know, either return it while it's still got value, or, you know, like go into other side missions. There's a lot of points of why you want to speedrun a game, or you could be a streamer and wanted to do that for your community. Regardless, farming can be a necessity to life and in gaming digital form. This is like Harvest Moon status. So being able to farm that 2000 XP is fast and amazing. So apparently you still can, but it's pun not intended. For, as you can see, the Chris put down there the situation that the issue is not in that situation will patch. And right here you can see right there the THM17 or L7, I believe, on there right there blatantly says that the XP glitch was not fixed. I just tested. So I'm going to trust that that situation is, and that's 9 hours ago, as this person would have gotten it right around the same time I gotten it. I know, well, got it. Not gotten it. But this is where I've found it so far. And you can see the reference Game Crazy right there, and I'm just like, kind of like, yeah. But like, I do go back to the situation where the message board, it comes down to the basics of where the crash is, which is your CE codes that are probably going to be fixed in the 1.5. But if you're getting those, as well as I will get them as I can stream, if you ever join my live streams, you can see that it happens occasionally. Again, it's not like No Man's Sky, but No Man's Sky is good nowadays. No hate, I'm just referencing it because it is very receptible to crashing. Adds fixes for stutters and lags, so that's great for your cutscenes. Stability improvement is good because they uptune this game a lot, and like that was because they took a lot of fan feedback because they wanted to get the daylight dialed in, they wanted to get everything else dialed in perfectly to appease the buying market, which is great. That's more gaming companies should be like Insomniac and model around that situation. Minor fixes in the versions and your various UIs and in the changes. So that is pretty much what I'm going to go ahead and drop and leave these patch notes at. If anyone has any questions on this, drop a comment down below. I love this game so much, but I am going to be shifting a lot of gears in the situation for as far as what will be going into the future of what we can get down to. And like now for me, I'm like already like just kind of like dragging into where my live setting is, and what I should be able to do is pull up my videos, and you can see right there there's like the, oh hey Megan, let's go here real quick. And I've already been like pretty much been burrowing away inside this game. This game is pretty much like where I want to be nowadays for as far as a streamer. And I just like to leave off on a little gameplay. Let me go ahead and turn up the res a little bit. I just left this like bare bones. You see, I definitely do 4K stuff, but we'll just do a 1080p real quick. And like the gameplay's amazing. Look at this. Like, I mean, like, I love how you can take down the enemies so fast. It's so fluid. It's like Batman meets Spider-Man with agility. It was kind of like what they did with a little bit of The Last of Us versus like Uncharted, where Joel was this clunky but really tough and rough, which made sense. He was like in his, well-seasoned age. He's not no Nathan Fillion. It's not like he's very young and agile, like where he's like this spider monkey climbing up random like exotic walls in like the northern Pacific waters of like we don't know where. But as you can see, I'm going to end off with, did it fix this? And this is why I kind of brought this video up, and this is why I paused this and I got down to this point where we are right now. So this is your boy MacGyver 7th signing off. Hopefully I'm not having too much of an overlay where you can kind of see the situation. Leave a comment down below if you're new to the channel. I always do patch notes. You can always like, share, and subscribe. And to end off, I'm doing quite well, Megan. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back probably afterwards after I take like probably a few hour nap just to allow this video to sink in SEO so other people can enjoy this patch note without running into the conundrum of going to another video that I might be posting or going live with. So again, everyone, stay classy, and remember, it's not where your dreams take you, it's where you take your dreams. So, stay classy, San Diego, and I'll see you next time.